Hello guys, this is Jay from the Xcode. In today's video I'll cover reading and writing to files. Okay, so the first thing we need is a text editor to write our Python code. Okay, and I have Atom right here. And if you don't know what Atom is, it's a text editor where you can write your Python, JavaScript, Ruby, whatever. Okay, a lightweight editor. Okay, so what we do is you go to Chrome, download this text editor, or you can use your Windows text editor, doesn't matter. Okay, so what you do is go here, file, make new file, and then Control S to save it and name it whatever you want, and save it on your desktop, and make another file. Okay, and same thing, Control S, save it and save it on your desktop, and this is going to be a text file. Okay, and this is going to be a Python file. Okay, so what we do now is we start writing our code. So the first thing we do to write and read to files is we need an object. Okay, so I'm going to do F, and this is file. Okay, stands for file, F. Okay, and second thing we need to is a special method. It's not really a method, it's a class, but I know since we haven't talked about classes, you can just think of it as a method. Okay, special method. So we say this method is called open. Okay, and it takes the path, the file path, the file path to this file. Okay, and since these two files are both on my desktop, stored on my desktop, I just need to give Python the file name. Okay, so the file name is hello world. Okay, .txt. Okay, and the second argument is you tell Python, do you want to read? R stands for read, or do you want to write? W, write, or do you want to append to the file? A. Okay, A stands for append. Okay, and these are the arguments, and I'm sure there is more arguments, but these are the most common ones, and these what I'm gonna go over today. So okay, so if we give it read, because we're gonna read from this file, and okay, and now we've created this object, and this object stores the location for this file. So now if we say f.read, and this read is a method, since we have an object, we can apply this method to this object, and now this object and now this method, return the results in this object, and this object has what? Has this file, has this text inside it. Okay, so now if we let's store the results inside a variable. Okay, results, okay, inside this variable, and then let's print it to the console. Okay, save it, and then this is how we're gonna run our code. Okay, we go to the terminal, okay, over here, and then navigate to our desktop where we have these two files. Okay, desktop. Okay, and now if we say dir, and then now we can see all the files on my desktop, and these are the two files over here, hello world.txt and my app.py. Okay, so now we have them. So what we do is, to run this Python script, we do Python, and then the file name, my app.py, Python extension, and then we hit enter, and this is gonna run the Python script. Okay, and as you can see, it printed hello world, this is Jay from the Xcode, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then this is what we have inside the file. So it did print what inside the file, and if we add more text to it, say more, okay, and then let's go over here, run the file again, it should print everything inside. As you can see, this is all inside the file. Okay, so this is how we read inside the file, and there is more to read. You can read a certain amount of characters. So if you give this read method a parameter, like let's say 5, if you give it 5, and this is basically means how many characters you want Python to read, how many characters you want this method to read. Okay, so let's say 5 characters, so HELLO. So this is going to return hello, 5 characters. So if we go over here, clean the screen, and then run the Python script again, it printed hello. It printed only 5 characters. Okay, and we can, there's also another method called read line. Okay, this method takes nothing. Okay, this, what basically this do is read line. From its name, basically read line is going to read a line, a whole entire line. Okay, this is a line and this is another line, so it's going to read only the first line. Okay, it's going to return the first line. Okay, so if you run this, it should return hello world. Okay, as you can see, it returned hello world. Alright, okay, and so this is how we read, and after we read and finish everything we need, so what we do is we close the file. We have to close the file, otherwise it's gonna use the, we're gonna write Python code in here accidentally, and we can use all the memory, and then this is probably will crash and damage our computer. So we don't want to do this. So after we finish reading or writing to our file, what we do is the file, this is the file object, dot close. Okay, this method will close the file. So after we finish writing and or reading to the file, we have to close it. Okay, so this is how we close it, and this is not going to do anything, you're not going to notice anything, but it does do a lot. It does close the file. Okay, so it just runs as usual. Okay, so this is how we read from a file. Okay, now how do we write to a file? Okay, so what we do is we change this argument over here to W, and this stands for write. Okay, and then just keep in mind, if you do write, this will delete everything inside the file. So it'll delete all of this and then start writing from scratch. Start writing from 0. Okay, it will delete everything inside of it and start writing a new file. Okay, start writing new text. Okay, so what we do is same thing, f the object dot write. Okay, and then we give it whatever we want to write to that file. So let's give it something like I am stupid. Okay, and save it, and let's run it. Okay, and now as you can see, it says I am stupid over here. Okay, so as you can see, all the contents inside the file was deleted. Okay, and now we have new text. So if we do this again, if we write a new stuff, like another text, like whatever. Okay, now notice this will be deleted again. Okay, and then let's run the file. Okay, you see, so write, it basically deletes whatever inside the file and adds this whatever in here to the file. Okay, and we can do multiple writes. Okay, so if we say, we don't have to print the results, let's move this over here. Okay, and we don't have to store the result in a variable because we're writing, we're not reading. Okay, we write into the file. So if we say f dot write over here, and then we add another text, let's say whatever random text. Okay, and notice the file over here. Notice it's going to delete and add the new text. Okay, you see, it's going to delete whatever inside the file and add these new text, text that we just added. Okay, and we close the file. Okay, so this is how we write to a file. Okay, and now let's see, what if we want to add to a text file, to the end of a text file? So what if we have existing text file and we want to add to the end of that text file some text? Okay, or some images or whatever. Okay, so what we do is let's delete this. Okay, delete all over here, and then inside over here, inside the open, we pass a. Okay, and this stands for append. Append basically append whatever text you have to the end of the file. Okay, so now let's go to the file and write some text. Let's say all this. Let's say hello world. Oops. Okay, so we have hello world inside the file, and then we want to add some other text. Okay, and this will add text to the file. Okay, so let's say this is J. Okay, save it, and then let's add another thing over here. Say how are you doing? Okay, save it, and let's go to this over here text, and let's go to the terminal, run it, and as you can see it says hello world, this is Jay, how are you? And then you notice that it connected these two, so it didn't print it on a new line. And to do this is because this write method does not put the text on a new line. So to do this, what we need to do is we go over here and do /n. This is a special character in Python that basically means start a new line. Okay, so if we save this, go over here, run it again. Oops, it added more text. You see, it added more text to the file. So we should have first deleted this over here. Delete it. Okay, save it. Okay, did I put it to the right one? Oh, I should have put it to this one over here. And okay, and now let's go over here. Notice it's going to add the text to, it's going to append the text to this file. This is Jay, how are you? Okay, so this is how we append to we add text to the end of a file. Okay, in here. And this is a good way, the normal way of doing it, but this is not really a good way to write and read to files. What we need to do is, there is a better method to do this. What we need to do is use the special keyword with, and then the object, the open method. So with open, and then we give it the same thing over here. Save, copy, because I'm lazy. Paste it over here as F. And what this means, it basically means the same thing as this over here. But instead of doing this, writing to the file and having to close it yourself, now you don't have to close it. And now basically you just write to the file just like normal. You can copy over here, and you don't have to close it. Save, and then now we can comment this out, save it. Let's go over here to the terminal. Let's go over here and watch. It's gonna add more text to the file. This is Jay, how are you? We can add more. Again, run it again, and it's gonna add more text. Okay. Alright, and this is the better way to do this, because sometimes you forget to close your file, or sometimes you will cause an error. So what this syntax does is, just in case you make a mistake in your syntax, or you make a mistake in writing or reading to a file, this over here will not crash your program. Okay, because if you do it this way and you make a mistake, this mistake will be written to your file, and then in some cases the mistake will crash your computer. So with using this over here, the syntax will solve a lot of problems and will help you a lot, and it's more better way in writing code. Okay, so this is all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.